It's my 50th birthday outfit. If you want to see and hear all about it, then please stay tuned. Thank you everybody for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. Yes, today is the full reveal of my birthday outfit. And so I am so super excited about talking about it. But first, welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If this is your first video, catching my first video, it is Black History Month, obviously, here in the United States. It's also BHM Pattern Designers Challenge, which is an annual sewing challenge held in the month of February, where start sewing between February 1st and February 28th. Patterns from Black Pattern Designers. I have done several videos throughout the month of January to let you know who those Black Pattern Designers is, whether it's handbag, whether it's garments, whether it's crochet, whether it's knitting, embroidery even. And so make sure that you check out those videos. I'll leave the first link to the first video that was done up here in the iCards, but the entire playlist will pop up at the end of this video. So welcome everybody for tuning in today. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to all of our sponsors. You all know this is the 5th year, the celebration year. We have a live workshop, full day workshop on Saturday, February 25th. If you are in the Houston, Texas area, please come on over. We would love to have you. There is still room available. Registration closes on February 18th. So make sure that you go ahead and register and sign up for your classes so we can get the count to the venue, count to the instructors. All of that information will be linked below. And thank you to all of our sponsors. We have sponsors for our in-person event as well as sponsors for the sewing challenge for this month, which includes discount codes at a variety of different companies. All of that is on my website. The newest added code, which it came in right before I needed to do this video. So I'm happy to bring it to you. New discount code is from Blue Cup Shop, 15% off. You remember I did a interview with the owner, LaQuana. I will leave a link to that video right here. We did a video. We talked about her shop, talked about her journey. And so definitely if you want some PDF patterns printed this month, maybe it's for something you want to make this month, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's for the future. Here is the time to use this discount code. It will be on the screen. I'll probably just pop up the graphic here. Head over to the website. All of the discount codes from all of our lovely sponsors is over on the website. So, okay, this is a little bit of a chatty one, so grab your beverage of choice and grab a seat and just have this playing in the background. But watch the screen because I got some fun stuff coming up that you need to see. So first thing first. I think it was a couple videos ago, I was telling you I had did something. I couldn't share it just yet. I can share it, and I did share it. If you already following on Instagram and on Facebook, SewNaturalDane, I was interviewed by our major local news station here in Houston. And so what I'm going to do now is just share a quick clip that my friend that went with me had did, and then I'll come back in.
All I want
yes, so super excited. It was such an honor to, and just humbling experience for KHOU TV to reach out to me, and it was fun. We had a fun time, fun day. If you want to see just a quick, because it's just like a little bumper highlight of the full interview, it's in honor of Black History Month, and they were honoring different Black-owned businesses here in the area. If you want to see their full version of it, edited down, I will leave a link to that down in the description box. Go check it out. It's about 55 seconds. I want to say 53, 55 seconds. So that was so much fun. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was so excited. And you know, I was really relaxed and everything. So it wasn't, you know, I wasn't trying to overthink anything, you know, because I do YouTube. So, you know, it was cool. It was so much fun. So thank you, KHOU TV. And then the day that my monthly make planners launch, thank you all for your purchases. Been packaging up, shipping out orders. So still many are available. So head on over to the website if you haven't ordered. But I was interviewed by Stephanie, I believe it's Soka Designs, Made and Create here on YouTube. There is a full video on her YouTube page. If you want to go check that out, you'll see what she's planning to create for BHM Pattern Designers. A fun, she's knitting, she's doing a knitting project. So it's more than possible to do a knitting project. I will leave a link to her video down in the description box. Make sure you go check it out. So yeah, a lot going, there's so much going on, you guys. I'm so excited. There is even more coming for SewNaturalDane, but we are taking one step at a time, and we are focusing on what is in front of us. And today, what's in front of you is hearing all about my birthday outfit and what I decided to do. So you all saw my handbag. So for those who have been following, you know that I'm making things in the order that I want to wear them or accessorize them or something to that effect. So you saw my handbag first, plus that was probably my most meaty project for the month, and I wanted to get that out of the way early. So it all worked out in how the order in which I sold them up. So my next piece, I'll be talking about two today. These were going to be separate videos, but it all worked out that it ended up being in one video. I didn't need to break these up. So make sure, if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, and don't forget to hit the bell so you can catch my next make that will be coming up on Wednesday. So today I'll be talking about two different patterns. It is my completed look for my birthday. So you all know I had mentioned the things that I'm making this year, this month, and just in general are things that I know that I can interchange with other pieces, that I can wear more long term, different things like that. So I like print, I actually like solids, but now I'm thinking a little bit more strategically how to piece those together. Of course, you all know I tend to shop in my color palette. I had my colors done a couple years ago, and so but that also applies to the makeup and accessories and different things like that I pair with it to make a look that I like. And so what I wanted was something simple on the bottom, and this will get worn paired with, I want to say either one or two more pieces this month. And so that was totally the goal, to have pieces that can interchange with other pieces. And so I know the light might be going in and out, so bear with me. But anyway, let me pop up the pattern and talk about it. This is Michelle Soul's. It is the Agnes skirt. Now this is a pencil skirt. Yes, it is very simple. Yes, you know, oh, a pencil skirt. But when I tell you guys, I'm gonna tell you how I totally modified it in knit, because this this pattern is made for woven. And when I tell you, I didn't go through everything that is in the pattern. I wanted the pattern to have it, and I knew that eventually I want to do the actual pencil skirt instructions, follow instructions for the pencil skirt, because when I tell you, She put her foot in these instructions for this pencil skirt. You guys, when I tell you, if you ever really wanted to make a nice couture type pencil skirt, this pattern is it. Seriously, this pattern is it. When I was going through it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to make this pencil skirt soon. I was thinking, okay, when can I make this? I was like, ooh, maybe for Easter, something, Resurrection Sunday. I don't know. But her detail, when I tell you the detail that she puts into her instructions, it's just, it's beyond hand holding. It's not, oh, you know, I don't need to read that to do that. It's just, it's true detail. So your finished piece will look completely amazing and couture and very chic. Awesome, awesome job with these instructions. Awesome job. And so yes, I'm very excited. She does have a good size range. Is very size inclusive. She has, so her sizing goes in two ranges, from size 6 through 20 and then size 16 through 30. So those are obviously different block types. I purchased the size 16 through 30 size range. For the 16 through 30 size range, it goes from a waist of 35 up to a waist of 49, and the hip goes from 45 to 59. And then you have the finished waist measurements, which is about an extra inch of ease. And so for me, with my waist is sitting at about right now, a little bloated, but anyway, it's about 39. And so I decided to go with that. Even in the Ponte, I decided to sew it up in. And so as far as continued instructions, I thought the instructions were very easy. So what I did, because I knew what I was doing, I was modifying this to make this a knit. So a lot of the steps and everything in here didn't necessarily apply because I wasn't using woven. I wasn't lining it, because the woven pattern, you actually line the pieces. You do have different options. Version A with the pockets, inseam pockets on the front. Version B, which is the version I did, doesn't have any pockets at all. And so obviously I didn't have to go through all of the instructions, but I did read through the instructions, and like I said, I was just blown away. I was like, oh my gosh, I have got to make this. I have just got to, I mean, just the different techniques she has you apply in putting the skirt together is just phenomenal. So like I said, I did the size 20, and I serged everything because I used a Ponte. And let me just grab the skirt. Now the Ponte that I used, let me flip this around. I think I got this on backwards. So this is the skirt, and so this is the Ponte that I use. Now I still put the darts in. You do have 2 darts you put in the front and 2 darts you put in the back, which I still did. So I don't know if you can tell, kind of see the darts in the front there, and then the darts in the back. And I'm so happy all of my seams lined up. Everything just lined up so beautifully. But then you have the longer, you know, shaping darts in the back. And so the Ponte is from So Much Fabric, and there is she's one of the sponsors, and there is a discount code on the website for So Much Fabric. So make sure you go shopping on her website, and you will be able to save on some fabric. So, and this the discount is for off of regular price items. So I did still do the pleat in the back. Let me hold that up so you can still see. I did it just slightly different based on how I wanted to look for the knit. And so, because the pleat slightly overlaps, I want to say, in the original pattern, but I just kind of did it like this. Absolutely love the way it turned out. Of course, I serged everything using the same color thread. I just love the way it turned out. And one of the things I did do when I laid down the pleat, I first used some fusible webbing to hold it down, because you know how if you pin down pleats in the back, like this, they can tend to pucker as you sew around it if you just have a bunch of pins holding this down. So I just use fusible webbing to steam down the pleat first, and then I stitched around. So I know that's kind of hard to tell because that is so dark. But this fabric, the reason I decided to do a ponte is, one, I've heard a lot about Roz's ponte. I had never purchased her ponte before. And so I knew I wanted navy blue because it's a good color on me. And so I decided, okay, I want this. And when I got this ponte, because there is difference in ponte, let me tell you. This ponte is absolutely beautiful. It is so soft. I know it might be hard to tell. It's not as thick as, you know how some pontes, for those who've shopped even in Joann's or online, you have different pontes that have the different weights to them. So it might be thick, some might be thicker, might be heavier. This is a nice flowy, beautiful ponte, especially for down here in Texas. This will definitely take me into the spring. Now when it gets super duper hot, obviously when we're getting up close to 100 degrees, I'm not gonna wear it, but you know, it will wear for quite some time in the weather that we get down here. And I absolutely love it. The weight of it, the day I wore this obviously was my birthday, which was the 7th. It was beautiful out. It was 70, believe it or not, that day. We kind of go back between 60, 70, and then it's supposed to raise up in the 80s soon. So the weather is definitely going to be good for the event. I'm believing that now. Let me just share with you, again, just simple, because I cut the pattern pieces size 20, and I just serged everything in. So it wasn't anything hard. It took me less than an hour to put together, obviously, because I did knit instead of woven. And then of course I added my label in the back. This label is available on my website. Got a couple loose threads there. But for those who are wondering, when you put down labels like this, again, I use fusible webbing to set it in place first, and then I stitch it on the side. And that's, you know, to keep it from shifting or looking puckery and everything. So that's just another little tip for you. But yeah, I absolutely love it. The fit was beautiful. The fabric, definitely, this ponte is a beautiful ponte. If you're looking for a really nice ponte, this is it. Like I say, I never thought to buy ponte, but then I was told Roz's ponte was really nice, high quality ponte, and I should give it a try. I said, you know what? I am going to give it a try. And so I did. I absolutely love it. Sold up beautifully. Like I said, everything sold up on the serger. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now for my statement piece. Yeah, let me grab my statement piece. Yes, you guys, this is my statement piece. I told you all this year I want to have more fun and just really just step outside the box with what I want to create, mashing things together, different textiles, just different looks. And this is a look, oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the Butte J'adore, the women's exaggerated sleeve bustier top. And so, you guys, I just knew, I was like, you know, that is all the way outside the box for me. I've never made anything so exaggerated, and I do like exaggerated sleeves. Usually I do a puff sleeve, you all know. And so, I said, I'm doing this for my birthday. So, I pretty much bought, out of all honesty, bought the pattern for that sleeve piece, and to understand how it went together. Because her sizing is not a size inclusive pattern. It only goes up to a size 20, and it's size from 6 through 20, and that are the measurements here. So that is starting at a bust of, no, I'm sorry, it says size 4 through 20. So it starts at a bust 31 and a half all the way up to 44 inches. And so, and I'm 45 at the bust, about 39 at the waist right now. And so I knew that, okay, and it's meant to be fitted. It's not like figure hugging from what I can tell, and I'll have the picture popped up here in the photo, but I knew it would be fitted. And the that bust part is actually bust cups, like you're putting a bra together. If you're familiar with putting a bra together, and if you've ever done a bustier before, it's like putting that together. So when I was looking at the pattern pieces and the pattern and how to put that together, I completely laughed. I was like, yeah, my breast's not going into that. So what I decided to do was mash up the Casito Studio Anak dress with the sleeves and the peplum from Butte Jador's pattern. And that is what I got. Now I know it's a little hard to see. I'm gonna be popping up pictures and everything, but so I knew based on the instructions in Butte Jador's pattern that you had to pleat the sleeve together in order to fit it into the arm side. So what I did was use view A from the Anak dress, which you all know I'm making the full dress later anyway, but I pulled that out to use the sleeveless. View A is the sleeveless, and I measured where I wanted to stop. It's obviously not using the full dress version, but to cut it off at the waist and then at the peplum from this pattern and the sleeve. And so that's what I did. And the reason I chose the Anak is because the Anak has enough ease in it where I can put the whole top over me, as opposed to trying to add a zipper or anything in it, because I didn't want to add a zipper. So that's why I chose the Anak, because the Anak is very, you pull it over your head. There are no closings or anything like that, which I liked, and that worked out beautifully. And so this is, here she is. I know you cannot see, but the Anak has princess seams on the front, and then the back also has the front. So the front and back have the middle pieces, and then you have the side pieces on the front and the side pieces on the back. Again, I know you cannot see that. So how did I work out these sleeves? Look at these sleeves. Aren't they just as dramatic as they want to be? I love this. You guys have to let me know how you think this turned out. I absolutely love it. This fabric is from Afrique clothing store. I think I shared this. Yeah, I did. I shared this in a haul, I think back in January. And so that's where I got this from. I had ordered 6 yards, 6 full yards of it. And I use probably, because this is a lot, I probably use a half a yard, maybe that is. Because I turned it, because you know, the Ankara fabric, the width is not, you know, a wider width fabric. So I did have to turn it. But at any rate, here's the sleeve. So what you do with the sleeve and how you get it dramatic. And I think what I would do in the future, because this is a beautiful sleeve pattern. I could see this being smushed on anything, because what I had to do was, once I cut out the pattern piece, you do have to put interfacing on one side of the pattern piece. It's pretty long, and then you fold it over, and then you pleat it, you know, wrong sides together. So you put the interfacing on the wrong side, fold it wrong sides together, and then what I did was basted one end together just to make sure everything held in place, you know, pressed it really good. But I can see at that fold, which is here, this is the fold where you're folding it over, I can see, I believe, what is it called? Is it called herringbone? Correct me if I'm wrong, but to make this even more like just truly just stand up. I mean, it did stand up. You can tell in the pictures. It did give a nice little stand to it. But I can see some herringbone right there in that fold to really, you know, make that just continuously always stand up, right? And so correct me if I'm wrong, if I got that description wrong. But so I had to figure out how much to pleat this in. I don't know if you can see my pleats. I know it's hard to tell because of the design, but it is pleated in beautifully all the way around. Not sure if you can really see that, see all the pleats and everything here. But so let me show you a quick video of how this looked, because I stood at my cutting table and I kept pleating and pleating, making sure it would fit into the arm side, and it worked out beautifully. I had a ton of clips. That's just what you're gonna need. Then once I clipped everything, I then basted all of that in place, and then I set the sleeve in. And it worked out beautifully. I was so happy with myself, y'all. You should have seen me just smiling and giggling, because I was like, it worked, it worked. You know how you get that feeling. And so then the peplum obviously was easy. What I did was, because I didn't want gathered. So on the pattern, it's gathered around at the bottom. Yeah, it is gathered. But I didn't want that. So what I did was, again, I laid the pattern piece up against the bottom of the knot, and I just put 2 large pleats in the front, and one here, one, again, you can't see it, one here, and then one on each side in the back. Again, you can't see that, and I'm not quite sure if you can really truly tell in the pictures, but you guys, it turned out beautifully. Those were the modifications I made, because I knew that the bust part of Butte Jador's pattern was not gonna work for me. But I was like, that sleeve and the peplum, I can smush that. I can incorporate that into another pattern, and it worked beautifully. The only thing I think I could have done is, because I wanted to make sure there was enough room. I guess I was a little nervous, like, oh, you know, let me, you know, go up a size, because for the knot, for this, I made a size, I made this piece in a size B4, and so a B4 is for a it was actually my bust measurements and waist and everything, but I should have gone down to a B3, I believe it is. I think that's the one underneath it, and you'll hear more about that knock in my next video, but because it is loose up in here, and I was just trying to accommodate for room and everything. But as you can tell, the goal was for me to wear a belt over the with this whole look, and so that's what I did. That's how I rocked it, and so I am so super happy with this, so very pleased with how this turned out. Just, yeah, and it's, if you can tell, it is navy blue. All these colors work for me in my color palette. Again, I did the same thing with this label. I put it in with the fusible webbing, and then I just stitched it down. So yes, I am so super happy with these pieces, and yeah, so far, yes, I am having so much fun with everything that I'm making. And so yes, stay tuned for Wednesday's video. Again, if you have are looking to register for the workshop, there is still room, and so make sure you head on over to the website. Everything will be listed down in the description box. The patterns, the 3 patterns I use, the fabric stores, of course, and again, don't forget to check the website for discount codes and all of that that I mentioned in today's video. So yeah, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. Let me know what you think of how my birthday look turned out. I had so much fun. As you can tell, I should have been popping up videos and pictures. I had so much fun. We got the 50th birthday. If I did mention that, yes, your girl is the big 50, and loving it. But so had so much fun, so much fun, so much fun. We had a lovely dinner out. As a matter of fact, for those who are here in the Katy, Texas area, we ate at Pearl and Vine. Woo, that food was phenomenal. That food was phenomenal. But anyway, that is all I have for you all today. Again, stay tuned for Wednesday's video. What I am wearing, this is actually, yeah, I'm wearing All Me Made today. This is a cardigan that I made. I remember it's a quick sew cardigan. This is a Love Notions, the Tempo. This is just the tank. I made it out of the top instead of the dress. So that is what I am wearing today. So all right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget, check the links down below. I'll leave a link to the KHOUTV interview. And links to everything that I mentioned in today's video will be down in the description box. Let me know if you have any questions. But again, subscribe and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.